Do you want to know who the famous relatives of your favorite rappers are? Here we go. Kendrick Lamar and Iggy Azalea. Let's start this relationship game by doing a little cheating, since Lamar and Azalea are not directly connected. If you search the net, you'll only find that Kendrick made a slight Iggy-style defense back in 2015 when everyone was attacking her.
Finish line with tire marks. Tire marks, finish line with the tire marks.
While the rapper, curiously enough, liked to do the same with the rest. Do you want a suspicious motive? Well, at that time, she was dating NBA star basketball player Nick Young, who even proposed to her, even though they ended up splitting up. And what does Nick have to do with this? Well, he's Kendrick Lamar's cousin. That's right, Nick's marriage to hip-hop wasn't just based in his relationship with Iggy Azalea. If we were playing 8 Degrees of Separation, it would be the shortest round in the world, as these two are only separated by one link in the chain. By the way, have you ever wondered what Young's nickname means? Swaggy P is the best rapper name you could have, yet he's been wearing it since the NBA. Well, if you ask Nick, you'll be just as confused because he's given 3 different explanations in the last few years. First, he said it was a nickname his friends gave him because of his enviable swag. The P is a mystery. Another time, he said that Swaggy comes into action from the moment he steps into the stadium with the shoes and the clothes he wears. The last explanation is mystical. Supposedly, God spoke to him and gave him that name. You decide which version you want to stick with. Since he won the championship, he's been on a mission to make them call him Swag Champ. We hope that his cousin will dedicate a song to him.
A little bit of swag on that game-winning three-pointer.
Oh man, just being me at the end of the day.
LMFAO, uncle and nephew in the same bed. Very colorful clothes, eye-catching hairstyles, a touch of madness, but above all, a lot of rhythm in the dance hall. Those were probably the ingredients that made the band LMFAO a bestseller. Uncle, Redfoo, and nephew Sky Blue came together to bring their own musical style, based on a mix of EDM, hip-hop, house, and pop. LMFAO is an acronym for the colloquial internet expression, laughing my off. They began to attract attention in its early days in 2006, where they made a name for themselves thanks to their original and bizarre shows and appearances on radio programs. But their definitive triumph did not come until will.i.am, a member of the Black Eyed Peas, helped them present a demo to the Interscope record label. Sky Blue beat their uncle to the punch for their solo debut. In 2013, he released the album Rebel Music, leaving a good taste in the mouth of his audience. The same year, he collaborated with Ariana Grande in Do You Love Me? Will they get together again to sing on the fringes of their family reunions? The truth is that there is no definite no to this answer, as both assured their fans that it was not a definite goodbye. However, at least for now, there has been no talk of a joint return to the stage. And as if the connection between the two weren't enough, Redfoo's father and Sky Blue's grandfather is Motown's founder, Berry Gordy. Now that's honoring the profession. Antwoord are a couple. That's right, the eccentric Ninja and Yolandi of this rap band are not only engaged. They never formally married, but they have a daughter named 16 Jones who they show in one of their videos, Tommy Can't Sleep, which was directed by the same singer. As a curious fact, the name of their band has a particular meaning, and in African, their native language, it means the answer. The same one we are giving you here, in this video, in which we invite you to subscribe to this channel, because we know you are liking this material a lot, right? Well, let us know by ringing the bell so we can let you know when we upload new videos with curiosities about your favorite artists. California hip-hop singer Nate Dogg is Snoop Dogg's cousin. When Nate died some time ago from heart complications, his cousin by choice, Snoop Dogg, paid tribute to a true legend of hip-hop and R&B. Nate Dogg, whose real name was Nathaniel Hale, was a driving force in West Coast hip-hop. He went to school with Snoop and sang with the rapper Warren G, as well as collaborating with Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and Ludacris. On Twitter, Snoop Dogg said that Nate Dogg was one of my best friends and a brother to me since 1986 when I was a sophomore at Poly High, where we met. So there wasn't really a blood bond between the two, but a close friendship that people mistook for that kind of bond. But we're sure they got along much better than birth cousins, or at least it seemed that way. RZA and Old Dirty Bastard were cousins. This time, the kinship runs in your veins. Many people don't know that Old Dirty Bastard, born in Brooklyn in 1968 as Russell Tyrone Jones, started out as a GZA dancer on the Second Man's first attempt at a rap career, long before there was even an idea of something called the Wu-Tang Clan. ODB was a cousin of both RZA and GZA and had rap as simple as a hobby. In fact, he always thought he was better at beatboxing than rapping. That's why, until RZA started shaping the group, the Brooklyn guy didn't start taking rhyming seriously beyond improvising on the street among colleagues and informally. But those who knew him, and those who have seen him live, have always known that there was a kind of strength, talent, and natural magic in an artist as peculiar as he was, unpredictable and self-destructive. Tupac and Will Smith had love in common. More than 20 years since the murder of rapper Tupac Shakur, who died at the pinnacle of his career, leaving a huge musical legacy with a resounding romance with singer Madonna. And it's not that his relationship with the material girl seems to us to be a high point for his career, but it does come in handy to talk about another of his curious relationships, and we are referring to his relationship with the actress Jada Pinkett Smith, who has caused a lot of curiosity over the years, especially about her current husband. Even more intriguing, the Gotham star returned to the subject during a radio interview, surprising half the world by admitting that when she and Shakur met as teenagers in Los Angeles, she was selling drugs. "It's kind of hard because I haven't told the whole story," said the wife of actor Will Smith to SiriusXM. "One of the things that is really interesting and that I've never said before is that when I first met Pac, I was selling drugs." On the other hand, the Fresh Prince confessed on a radio program that he was jealous of Tupac because of the particular relationship he had with his wife, and that he regretted never having opened up with him. He said that he was not man enough to put aside his insecurity. "Too bad it's too late, Will, but we appreciate the effort." Dr. Dre and Warren G are brothers. Actually, stepbrothers, although very close. You don't remember Warren G? At the end of the 90s and the beginning of the new millennium, the sound of Funky Worm and the samples of the Parliament Funkadelic went out of fashion. Tracks by Warren G's colleagues lost relevance, but he continued to progress as a musician. With songs like Annie Mae, I Want It All, and the subtle and moving I Need a Light, Warren G kept the melodic and airy properties of G-Funk without falling into excessive nostalgia. However, because he never appreciated the solo stardom that rappers and producers like DJ Quick and Dr. Dre did, his substantial discography remains underrated. Although it has been almost a decade since his last album, The G-Files of 2009, Warren G remains calm and unperturbed. Midlife treats him with affection. He's a father of 4 and has a passion for barbecues and smoked meat. Warren's childhood nickname is absolutely true. He really is Sir Cool. Perhaps this family bond has not been so well known because Dr. Dre also has 6 sons, 4 sons, 2 daughters, 5 different women, a son named Curtis Young, a daughter named Latanya Danielle Young, and then a son named Andre Young Jr. With the singer Michelle, he had his son Marcel, and with his current wife Nicole, he had 2 more children, Tracy and Truly. At least Warren was able to make his own way. Migos are uncles and cousins. This is another case of musical relatives like that of LMFAO, since Quavo is Offset's cousin and Takeoff's uncle respectively. Migos was formed in Lawrenceville, Georgia in 2009. Its members are 3 rappers as we know: Quavo, Quavacious Marshall, Offset, Kiari Cephas, and Takeoff, Kershnik Ball. The band released their first single Versace in 2013, part of their mixtape YRN. Several of their songs were hits, such as Fight Night, Look at My Dab, and Bad and Bougie, their most successful song. And their first album, Young Rich Nation, was produced in 2015 under the Quality Control Music and 300 Entertainment labels. Their second album, Culture, was released in 2017. Their manager is Coach K, who previously worked with rappers Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy, and often collaborates with Murda Beats and Zaytoven. But their recognition would come in October of 2016 when they released the single Bad and Bougie featuring rapper Lil Uzi Vert as a collaborator. The single became the band's first song to reach the top of the Billboard chart. They then released the single T-Shirt and followed it up with their second studio album Culture, released in January 2017, as well as collaborating with American singer Katy Perry on the single Bon Appetit from her album Witness. These guys, who are also called the hip-hop Beatles, may have had some problems with the law, which of our most famous rappers, who doesn't? But they are undoubtedly one of the most successful families in the modern music industry. Don't you think so? Then leave us a comment with your opinion and we'll discuss it. We also invite you to continue watching our videos by subscribing to our channel. We propose you to be a rap family like our guests.